My name is Ricky Fernandez, and I'm a junior. I transferred out of Hartnell College, and my major is physics.
Ricky Fernandez is a superstar. He wasn't always. When we first met him, he was not so confident. He was a little shy, a little unsure of himself.
Ricky's an interesting story because he's a very quiet young man, but there's a lot going on under the surface.
So Ricky first did an internship at Fremont Peak Observatory, a project management type of internship where he learned to build a team, how to communicate in the team setting, and that kind of brought him out of his shell. So he began to interact and communicate with the students to a much greater extent.
My internship was at the Fremont Peak Observatory. I was there to help people come in and give them a brief overview of the universe and just help children look through the telescope and through the project management and the Fremont Peak Observatory. It helped me out to land the Musk Scholarship.
Well, I think Ricky's a great example of what a student can accomplish with a little bit of encouragement and organization, and to set up a plan for Ricky to follow through, which really began when he applied for his first internship through the Fremont Peak Observatory Association, and he worked with a group there. It's meant, I think, for Ricky that he's gained confidence in his abilities. He's seen that what he started out initially to plan to do, he's been able to accomplish. And then this culminated, of course, with his internship experience that he had last summer at the NASA Kennedy Space Center in Florida.
It was a team effort here from the faculty and staff to work with Ricky to really encourage him to apply for the NASA scholarship. You know, he wanted it. It's not like we dragged him into it. He definitely wanted it. But there's deadlines and paperwork and all these other things, and those are hard hurdles to overcome for a lot of students. And you really, to be successful in the university environment, you have to know how to reach out and tackle those challenges. And that's something that a lot of our students don't have a handle on. And Ricky was typical of that.
It's kind of personal, but I'll just let you know. So last year I was going through a real hard time. My mom left my family. My dad left to get her back. My sister had a divorce, lost her business, and she came back to live in the house where my parents left. So there's all these financial problems. And then I just wanted to get out. And then one of the teachers offered me a home to live. It was Shannon. And that meant a lot to me. It was like, wow, this, she doesn't know me personally, and she was like, well, don't give up your education. Because at that point, it was like, who's gonna pay for all this? And then I'm here with no parents, trying to, all their bills, their car bills, their house bills, and what am I gonna do? I've never been thrown that deep in a situation. And then Shannon was there to at least offer it, and then it kind of gave me the courage, well, I'm gonna stand up. And then my dad came back, my mom came back, and things started getting better. And throughout the whole time when I was down, what would I do? I'd read a book, I'd read some physics, I'd read some math, just to get my mind off it. And it was a lot to me in physics because in life, you can't predict a lot of things. You don't know where you're going around. And then at least at lower physics, you can predict something. So you feel at least you have some control. You can be like, well, at least I know how this ball rolls a ramp, or if I throw a ball where it's going to land.
This is a young man for whom finances were a big issue. And now it's taken care of. And he came back from his internship just a changed young man. So it's good to work with students like that.
My proudest achievement is to be at NASA, to be inside the engineering room where all the engineers are. You see all the TV screens, you see mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, propulsion engineers. And at the Kennedy Space Center, you see black people, I saw Puerto Ricans, I saw Asians, and they're all there working to get a rocket from Earth to space. And then watching that countdown go down, And then you hear the rocking, you feel the trembling, and you just see that rocket go up, and you see all the engineers, everyone in the whole building just happy and excited because it was successful. And that was my proudest, because you saw people of all kinds of backgrounds, and who knows, what they had to get there. And then for that moment, no one cared about who they were, what they were from. They all just had like one moment. It was only just to see that go up. And then for that moment, it didn't matter, what you were, but it was like what you believed in, and everyone there believed in, to get that mission done.
Where do I see Ricky? I would predict he certainly will have his PhD, probably, I hope, in something like physics or astrophysics, and he'll probably be working at a big national laboratory. That would be my best guess. Yeah, doing some kind of exotic, exciting research, and I hope he comes back and shares it with me, yeah.